Alright, so today we're going to replace all the bearings in the YETI Snow MX kit. At the end of your riding season, it's most likely time to change your bearings. At the 100-hour mark, it's really the time to swap them all out. Don't wait for them to fail on the mountain. That's not a good time. As you can see, we've removed all the components of the synchro drive. So here in the shop, we've got this handy shaft wrench to help us with removing the shaft bolts. But in your case, it's probably easier to remove all drive bolts with the synchro drive still assembled and the belt on, so you can actually lock things up. We're going to start with the jack shaft removal. You're going to pull 2 of the 4 bolts on the jack shaft bearing holder in diagonal. And then you're okay to crack all the Allen bolts on the synchro drive side. And on the drive shaft assembly on both sides. So now that you've removed all the Allen bolts, you're okay to get started with the bearing removal tool. You can start off on the jack shaft side on the inside where the bike mount is and push the whole synchro drive assembly outwards. Once you've got your jack shaft out and the plate out on the synchro drive side, you can repeat the process on the brake side of your drive shaft. Make sure to remove your caliper first. And then fire away with the bearing removal. Push everything out towards the synchro drive side. And then use the backing plate with the tool to remove the bearing housing on the bottom of the drive shaft. Once you've pushed the drive shaft out of the way, you kind of have to muscle the brake carrier holder off of the carbon chassis. So once you have all your bearing holders out and your jack shaft out, you're going to need a bearing puller to remove the bearing from the jack shaft. And be sure to use a press to properly remove the bearings from the holders and reinstall them. So now that you've got your bearings replaced, you're okay to start reassembling things. The drive plate is a push assembly, so you can just press that back in by hand and everything should slide in place. Just make sure to reapply Loctite to all your bolts, and then you're okay to start firing the Allen bolts back in there. So next we're going to reinstall the drive shaft. It's a lot easier to do this with the kit upside down. It just gets the track out of the way and makes things a lot easier. Be sure to reinstall the brake guard plate before you actually drive the drive shaft in. So once you've got your drive shaft in place, you're okay to pull it into the brake carrier side using the shaft pulling tool. On the synchro drive side, just use the provided washer. And on the brake carrier side, use the collar. Once you've pulled all the shafts back into place, you can reinstall the brake caliper. and reinstall your Allen bolts. Make sure to reapply Loctite when you do so. Once you're happy with your reinstallation of drive shaft, jack shaft, and all the Allen bolts, you're okay to reassemble your synchro drive and reset the belt tension and track tension and go ride.